Hey guys, welcome back to another fantastic episode of Ready to Die Fighting. I'm Kris, and today I am getting ready to do something that I didn't really think that I was going to do. Before I tell you what it is exactly, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I would really love to grow this channel, get more subscribers. That's like my dream come true, so help me out and do that. Alright, now let's get to it. So, two really cool things are happening. Neither one I expected. The first is that this channel, as of today, is 1 year old. Yay! I did not think we'd make it to a year. I just kind of started making this channel. Me and a friend started it, and then me and that friend had a falling out, and it's just kind of like whatever, just making videos, having fun with it. It was just kind of a way to be creative and kind of make some accountability for me and my workouts and just see what happens. I really didn't have any goals or plans with it. It was just kind of like, meh, let's record some stuff. And now here we are a year later, and we've got over 100 subscribers, and I think 50 or 60 videos, and I'm actually putting a lot of effort and buying some new equipment and trying to make a go of this. I still don't 100% know where it's going to go, but let's just see. So that's exciting. That's cool. The other thing that's interesting that I didn't think I would be doing is entering a competition. Hopefully entering several competitions. I know that I've said in videos in the past that I had no interest in competing. I still don't really have much interest in competing. I'm not a competitive person. I'm not interested in the sport of martial arts. I like martial arts because I just find them enjoyable for myself. I think it's great exercise, and I'm very self-defense minded as far as like prepping and just self-awareness and being able to be my own first responder, be able to protect myself and my son and whoever I might like around me. But after talking to one of my coaches, he explained the importance of competing specifically for self-defense. And I'm like, what do you mean? Because I always thought of competing as, say if you're boxing, in your boxing match, you have to follow the rules of boxing. You can't kick, can't hit below the belt, can't just tackle the person. There's all these things you can't do. And so I never really wanted to train to the rules of a sport. In jiu-jitsu, there's a lot of things that you're doing where you could be open to kicks and punches. But since kicks and punches aren't allowed, it's fine. You don't have to worry about that. I never wanted to train to those rules. I wanted to be able to do whatever I wanted. But the way he explained it to me is that when you're in a real fight, in a real life or death situation, there's a lot of adrenaline, there's a lot of stress. And in the gym, you really don't get that. I would say especially at my gym. I'm at 10th Planet in Detroit, and it's a great place. Everyone's very supportive and nice. No one's trying to hurt me. No one's trying to smash me. There's not a whole lot of ego, at least not with the people who I'm working with. Everybody's, we're all trying to teach each other and grow, and I think it's a great learning environment. But there's no adrenaline, at least not for me. There's no adrenaline, there's no stress. I get more stress playing video games than I do rolling at this gym. And you never really know how adrenaline's going to affect you. You could freeze, you could forget everything you're supposed to know, or that you do know. You could, have one of those adrenaline dumps and just lose all of your energy, just kind of spaz out, and then you're just done and exhausted. And so one of the best ways, according to my coach, to train for that adrenaline rush and for that stress is to compete. You're going to have an opponent who you're not familiar with, who isn't trying to help you, who isn't trying to teach you, who this opponent is possibly trying to hurt you, but ideally just trying to beat you and trying to win. So that dynamic is going to be very different. And that is going to be more stressful. Then you add to the fact that you got a bunch of people watching. You got judges who are judging you. This is going to be a pretty stressful, high adrenaline event. More so than anything I would experience normally in the gym. And when you do that sort of thing, especially when you do it regularly, you train yourself to deal with that adrenaline and deal with that stress and perform with it. And so as he was explaining to me this, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. And so at that point I decided, all right, let's do some competitions. And so right now I'm studying primarily Kali and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. and I want to compete in both of those. The first is the SFO, the Stick Fighting Olympiad, and that's going to be hosted right here in Michigan, February 2nd, at my gym. Exciting times. Everybody's really excited about it. Everybody's training. We're hoping to do really well. I haven't competed since I was like 20 doing Taekwondo, and so this is going to be completely different. I'm a lot older now, but I do have some experience. So I'm hoping that'll give me some sort of edge. I do want to win. I don't want to just go in there and get destroyed. I mean, that's just not that fun. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm going to record some of my trainings that I'm doing to prepare for that, and I'm going to try to record some of the tournament as well, or at least my part, so you guys can see how bad I suck or how awesome I am. More likely how awesome I am. Watch me win. Be exciting for you, I bet. And then once that's over, I'm looking to do some jiu-jitsu tournaments, probably in like March or April, because by then I should be about 6 months studying, a 6-month white belt, and so hopefully I'll have something I can do. I can maybe compete realistically. Right now, no. I suck at jiu-jitsu right now. So that's what I'm doing. And, oh, I forgot. Another benefit of competing is it does make you train more. You know, I had been training pretty consistently before, but once I decided to compete, the intensity and frequency has increased, and I'm more focused and goal-oriented in that training. And, you know, you can't really be on that level all the time. You know, you can't be constantly, just year-round, training like you're competing. You know, you'll burn out, or, you know, you start getting injured and things like that. So it's nice to say, okay, I've got a deadline. I've got 3.5 weeks to, you know, put in as much work as I can and get as good as I can, and see what happens, and then you can kind of take a break. So I think that's also good. Kind of lights a fire under your ass. So if you were like myself and had no interest in competing, but were just doing martial arts, maybe you should think about competing, actually. See what happens. Even if you just do it once or twice, it could be a good experience. And I do remember when I competed in Taekwondo, because it was a long time ago, there wasn't much of an audience, and like I said, I'm not real competitive, but there was a lot of nerves there, for sure. So, and at that point, I wasn't thinking of like so much self-defense. It was just, I just enjoyed it. To me, it's just fun. I'm rambling now. Let's wrap this video up. Thanks for watching. Hopefully there was something in there that was interesting or helpful to you, and like and subscribe, and I will see you very soon.